One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist.
They go play action with Trubisky. They'll roll him out right, and that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Jones. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Joker. He's coming. We got double up.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 31-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They want this. Shit. Hey, alert. Blue. Banjo. He's crashing.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Wilson to throw again. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Rush in.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Zoo. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, I'm coming. Hey, ball. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Ran, top. Hey, ball.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Alert. Hey, Alpha.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Shit. 50 wants the mic.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
We got this. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right. He's telling me right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Check 3. I'll go special.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Under 10.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike is 59. Want that. Get him. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 1 yard gain. 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Mike 51. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 50. 36 power.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy.
And he's across the chalk, into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, 5-7.
Now Trubisky to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Don't get nervous.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. To throw again on second down. Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Mike, 44. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here I come again.
On second and 12, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. On your head.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Ran, tough. Mike 51. 5.
Trubisky will throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Final play of the half, it's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Check 14. 4 down. Check 59, Mike.
Again, it's Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mike 45. Hey, alert. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Switch.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Kevin King with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ricky. SOS.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And the grab by Croft. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it with Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
25, check 25, check 25.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go, D. All day, defense. Hey, ball. Hey.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back. Hey, 18. Alert. Red, up.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
14.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Blue. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Switch. Alert. Hey, 1 second. Red, up. 54. Mike, 54. Pick me up. Hey, orbit. 55.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Jones. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? 51.
Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Hard throw
incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch QB drop. Kill. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check 61. Matchbox light 2.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
You got nothing. Check 52. Slam. Yep. Shoot.
This is Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Go. I got motion. Go. Mike. Hey, Wahoo.
Yeah, that's what I do.
51. Ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
57's the mic. 57.
On 4th down, Patterson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mike Gesicki, 54 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to run forward Jones. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
12.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Go. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Throwing now is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. 2 plays already up near midfield.
No, partner, they can move quick when they have to, and right now they're looking really good.
Wilson now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Past the 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Charlie! Watch the whip! Hey! 51. Ready? 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, seam 6. Get it.
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Well, pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. 23 yards on the play.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he finds Penny. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hang out, hang out, bam. He's checking. Cracks. Shit.
Wilson to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm